Germany's economy is now expected to shrink for the second year in a row.
German companies are struggling to remain competitive.
Volkswagen's historic move to consider factory closures in
Europe's strongest economy is collapsing. And the most frightening part is this: no one can stop it. Germany has been the engine of Europe for a full 80 years, but today, as of January 13, 2026, factories are shutting down, industrial giants are leaving the country, and unemployment is turning from a ghost into reality. So what happened in just 3-4 years? The answer may be the beginning of a catastrophe that will shake all of Europe and the world. Get ready, because today you will watch how the myth of Germany will never collapse is completely torn apart. Germany is the heart of the European Union and a massive economic power worth $4 trillion. Mercedes, BMW, Volkswagen, Siemens, BASF. These names were not just companies, they were symbols of the Made in Germany stamp, legendary German engineering and quality. Throughout the 2000s, whenever Europe fell into crisis, Germany was always the savior. When Greece collapsed, Germany provided the money. When Italy wavered, it was Germany that offered support. You also thought nothing will happen to Germany, didn't you? We all did. But in 2022, the first domino fell and the irreversible process began. February 2022, Russia entered Ukraine and the world changed. The West imposed sanctions, and Russia pulled out its most powerful weapon. It shut off the gas tap. Fully 55% of Germany's energy depended on Russian gas. Overnight, natural gas prices skyrocketed tenfold. The biggest secret of German industry was cheap energy. Steel production, chemicals, automotive manufacturing, all depended on that gas. Think about it. If a factory's energy costs increase tenfold, what do? You either shut down or leave the country. Germany did both. But beneath this disaster lay a deeper 20-year strategic mistake. After the Fukushima disaster, Angela Merkel made a decision: we will shut down all nuclear power plants. In April 2023, the plug was pulled on the last plant. Germany placed its full trust in wind, solar, and Russian gas. Do you see the irony? They shut down nuclear power because it was unsafe, but handed themselves over to Putin. Energy experts call this the greatest strategic suicide in history. By 2026, German factories are paying exactly 3 times more for electricity than factories in the United States. Competition is over. The years 2024 and 2025 were an outright massacre. BASF, the world's chemical giant, announced it would move to China, saying Germany is no longer profitable. Volkswagen, for the first time in its 88-year history, decided to close its factories in Germany, Dresden, and others. ThyssenKrupp, steel production has become unsustainable. In 2025 alone, 24,000 German companies went bankrupt. That means dozens of dreams and thousands of jobs disappearing every single day. The German worker can no longer find a job in the factory where his grandfather once worked. Germany's heart was the automotive industry, but they underestimated the electric vehicle revolution. They said diesel is the best and fell asleep. Tesla and Chinese giants, BYD, NIO, XPeng took over the market. Today, even on German roads, Chinese cars are more technological and cheaper. According to 2026 data, German car sales are at historic lows. While Volkswagen lays off tens of thousands of workers, Chinese competitors are stealing market share right in the heart of Europe. Germany once was the address of efficiency. Now it is a bureaucracy monster. Starting a startup takes months. Digital infrastructure is a complete disaster. It has one of the worst 5G coverages in Europe. Entrepreneurs in Berlin flee to London or Lisbon to grow. It's 2026, and Germany produced its last major unicorn 5 years ago. While billion-dollar companies are born every week in America, paperwork is suffocating entrepreneurs in Germany. Germany is aging. 22% of the population is over 65. The retirement age has been raised to 67, but it's not enough. 70 is now being discussed. Politically, there has been an earthquake. In May 2025, Friedrich Merz was elected chancellor. Merz said, "I will bring back nuclear energy. I will cut taxes." But as of 2026, we see that the crisis has become so structural that even Merz cannot solve it. This unrest is fueling the far right, AfD. Society is becoming more divided with each passing day. While Germany loses, who wins? America. German companies are fleeing to Texas because energy is cheap and taxes are low. China is taking over the German machinery and automotive markets. The 20th century belonged to Europe, but the 21st century is the century of power shifts. Will Germany become the biggest victim of this transition? History teaches us that great powers always collapse in the same way. First, you lose your energy, then your industry, and finally, your population. Britain and Japan went down these paths. What will Germany look like in 2030? Either it will rise from the ashes with radical reforms, or it will turn into a completely ineffective, average European country. Unfortunately, I foresee the second scenario, a slow and painful loss of relevance. Europe's engine has stopped. This is not just Germany's problem, it's yours and mine as well. Because if Germany collapses, the euro collapses. If the euro collapses, the global economy is shaken. So what do you think? Can Germany get out of this bottleneck, or is the German dream officially over? Let's meet in the comments and get ready for the next video. How did a system that resisted for 13 years evaporate in 10 days? Serious, shocking collapse. Subscribe and start truly understanding the world.